And we're back, another episode of Flushing It Out podcast. And so here we are. We're at spring training. Lindor and Conforto are not locked up to Wyndram's expense, or however you want to call it. Wyndram is definitely not happy about this, but we're gonna try and bypass this. The offseason was good as a whole. There's no doubt the offseason was good. I mean, if you're a Mets fan and you still find a way to complain about this offseason because of Springer, Bauer, Real Muto, anything, or Jackie Bradley, or whatever you might want to complain about, like, you're an idiot, or you're a Yankees fan, or you're just delusional. Any one of those people, it falls into those three categories. You're either an idiot, a Yankees fan, or delusional. Which Yankee fans are known to be categorized as idiots and delusional. So I guess it does make sense. But I mean, consensus, right? Good offseason.
Oh, those top six free agents that we missed out on that everyone's complaining about. If you look at it and you look at like historical like free agent classes, like this is going to be a free agent class that just goes very under the radar. Like it's the top of that class is not that good.
Yeah.
I mean, Bauer's question mark. Springer's probably the best, most reliable guy.
Consistent.
Muto is asking for too much, and he's just got hurt.
Yeah, he did just fracture his thumb.
Yeah. So who's the fourth one? Realmuto, Springer,
Bauer. Oh, I guess LeMahieu.
I guess. And I mean, LeMahieu wasn't a fit, so.
And he was going back. He was going back to the Yankees no matter what.
We did exactly what we needed to do this offseason to be a contender and go in there with guns ablaze and like we're coming to win.
Yeah.
I agree with that, but I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I didn't want some of those guys. I mean, obviously, it would have been nice if we got like a Springer. Springer was the one that hurt the most. I went into the offseason wanting him, and losing out on him kind of hurt. But I do feel confident about this team.
Yeah, like that's the only thing I was saying. I was saying this in other episodes too. Like the only one we really missed out on was Springer. Like that was the only one. Like we chose not to sign Real Muto. Like we signed McCann months before Real Muto went back to the Phillies. And Bauer, I mean, the guy.
Before we keep going with this, let's just talk about Bauer and Noah and Stroh. Destroying him on Twitter. I am pumped.
I was about to get into that. Like the guy has a 3.9 career ERA. He had 11 amazing starts last year in 2020, and he kind of looks like he's kind of got a little bit of soft skin. Now, I don't retract anything I said about the guy regarding his marketing and the way he handles himself. I think like I still kind of respect that. I don't respect the dropping of the Mets merch like whole incident. I think that was kind of unprofessional and out of line, but. Yeah, Thor has dropped the hammer, and Stroman
today
joined into the conversation.
See, this is why I love this team. Like Stroman,
they take no shit. They don't take no shit. Yeah.
They don't. And I mean, everyone's talking like, "Oh, Bauer's such a great social media presence." If you don't think Noah Syndergaard is the funniest baseball player on Twitter, you're out of your goddamn mind. Yeah. I mean, this guy just takes shots. He does not care. He says 60 feet 6 inches. Come meet me.
By the way, I was surprised. Syndergaard's got 1.2 million followers on Twitter. I was shocked by that. I didn't know he had that many.
Oh, dude.
People love him.
Yeah. No,
baseball fans in general.
I think the Mets have the best Twitter roster in the league between Syndergaard, Tomas Nido. Stroman's always out there like giving out good vibes. Pete Alonso is always like hyping people up or just having good things to say.
When Pete throws out a good tweet, it's awesome. When Pete throws out that like "let's fucking go Mets," I mean, chills thinking about it.
Yeah, or like after like a loss or like a big series win or whatever it might be. Like I think from head to toe, I'm probably missing out on some guys, but head to toe, like Twitter wise, like social media wise, they might have the best like most savvy team in the league.
100%. I mean, I just love this team, man. I just love all these guys.
Yeah.
Like none of them piss me off. Like if we had Bauer, there's gonna be days he would definitely piss me off. I can't say that about any single guy that wears a New York Met uniform, except for Edwin Diaz. But that's a
bold take. Nimmo, come on, Nimmo's gotta piss you off.
Dude, he's too nice. He's too smiley. The guy consistently hits. He's gonna hit like 285, and I'm gonna be like, You know what? You can't play center field, but you're on base constantly, pal.
All right.
I'll
guess
never
that's fair.
hate
I
Brandon
like
Nimmo.
Diaz.
I will hate Diaz. I will hate Diaz.
I don't have an H. I love Diaz. I think he's so like underrated. I think all he needs is to be taken out of the closing role, and that's it. That's all I think it is.
I mean, if he could do
He's
that,
not going nowhere. He's not getting
Like-
taken out of that role.
no, never. I mean, listen, he's the only guy that just knows how to tug at the heartstrings and make me just want to bash my head into a wall repeatedly.
Yeah, no, he definitely gives me butterflies when he's in the mound, even after, his, breakout season or whatever you might want to call it last year. I still don't fully trust him yet. I do think that his walkout song is phenomenal with the trumpets and all that stuff. I think that's awesome. But yeah, let's do a quick grade. I'm gonna give this offseason probably like an 8.5. I would give it a 9 if they locked up Lindor and Conforto by now, but I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
See, I'm on the other side. I'm going to give it a 9.2. The only reason it's not a 10 in my eyes is because we didn't lock up Conforto and Lindor.
Yeah.
If you lock the two of them up, there's never been a better offseason in Mets history if that happens.
I guess I'm just not at that 10 level because of what happened with Jared Porter,
Mhm.
and we did lose out on Springer. And I mean, do I think that it was a good thing that we didn't sign him based off the money he wanted? I do. It's just it's not that perfect 10 out of 10. But I think an 8.5 is a very
I felt like
solid,
the
fair score.
culture. I feel like the culture's been changed this way in a significant year. Like all this stuff with like Porter, that assistant coach, like all that stuff. Like that's Wilpon Mets. Like that's not the Cohen Mets.
Yeah.
So
No,
I'm-
the bullshit's always going to happen. It doesn't bother me that much. It hasn't been that perfect 10 out of 10 or, 9
I
and
think
above.
they've done. I mean, adding Taiwan Walker too the other day.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that. Yeah, I love that move. I mean, I think that's an
Love it.
awesome pickup.
I think he's bound for great success in the future. I think he's on a huge come up. So
It'd be nice.
I agree. Malfa, what do you grade it?
I actually went a little below both of you. I went with an 8, mostly just because not extending Lindor and Conforto, and then missing out on Springer, who was the one guy that I really wanted to go into the offseason. So that's why I went with an 8. But I do like the group of guys that they got, and I think it'll be a fun year.
Yeah, and by no means we're saying it was a bad offseason, but
Mhm.
I think these are all fair scores. I think ranging from 8 to 9.2 is pretty fair.
I mean, another reason it's a 9.2 in my eyes is we didn't sign Todd Frazier. That's always a positive.
And Jay Bruce,
Jay Bruce, Todd Frazier,
who else they always bring back?
Rick Porcello, Michael Walker, guys like that. Taiwan Walker is pretty nice. It's pretty good.
Dude, there was a funny tweet where it was it was from last year, going into spring training, where it was DeGrom, Stroman, Matz, blah blah blah, whatever it is, and it was oh, this rotation is set, and somebody was quote tweeted and were this is hilarious to think about now that we have DeGrom, Carrasco, Stroman, Syndergaard, Peterson, Walker, just loaded with pitching.
What was his name? Yamatomi? What the?
Oh
I
yeah,
can't-
Yamamoto.
Yamamoto. I'm very high on him this year. I think he's actually going to be
I don't
very
think
good.
Do you think he'll be on the big league roster though come opening day?
I don't know. It depends on the injuries in my eyes. I think there's a chance he'll make it, but
Right.
I don't know. He's an intriguing one. I think working with Stroh is going to help him out a lot because him and Stroh are built very similar. So I think Stroh can show him a few things and help him out, and I think it definitely could help him improve his game.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So pretty good offseason. We could all pretty much agree on that one. I guess predictions for the season now. Predictions for the season. I am very high in this team. Do I think that they're better than the Braves yet? I'm not going to say yes. Could they be better? Could they be better than the Braves? Absolutely. Am I ready to say that they are at this moment? No, I can't. I can't say that in full confidence. But I guess let's start with a record. I think this team could easily be. Well, see now the tricky thing is now with Lugo too, and now there's still question marks on the bullpen.
I mean, I got them at 94 and 68.
Really? I'm going 92. I'm going 92 wins.
I went
You were saying
91
that-
and 71.
Okay. You were talking the whole thing about the Braves. I truly believe that this team now is slightly better than the Braves. Like, I don't think that Braves pitching rotation's phenomenal. I mean, you added the 37, 38-year-old Charlie Morton to it as your number 2 starter.
Yeah, no, but
While
Mike
we added-
Soroka's coming back too.
No, Soroka's won't be back this year.
At all?
No, he'll be.
It
He's
depends how he
gone until
recovers.
2022 probably.
Are you serious?
Achilles, dude. Yeah, the Achilles is not going to be. It's going to take some time for him to come back from that.
Okay.
Well,
Isn't
I
it like
can't-
June is a year, something like that?
Yeah, June would be a year. And what, it took Kevin Durant like.
Yeah, but that's
18
different.
months.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
basketball's different.
basketball. Basketball's different than
No, but
pitching.
think about it. He's going on his plant leg. It's his plant leg. He's trying to move around still. I mean, it's gonna be
you could
tough.
I gotta look that up. I'm curious, but you could be right. I'm gonna go with that one. You know, obviously, just because let's just play for the best case scenario that Soroka's not in this year. I think it'll be very, very tight race because the Braves aren't like a 100-win team, and they didn't really do anything. Like, who they add? All they added was Morton.
Charlie Morton.
Like, because they've re-signed Ozuna, he was already there. That's not really an addition. And the Phillies didn't do shit. They just re-signed everyone. They added Archie Bradley. Like, that's
The
it.
Nationals always terrify me.
Yeah, I guess that's like the one team that could because I still believe if it was a whole 162-game season, the Marlins would not have made the playoffs. I don't think that they would have been anywhere close.
They're
to
too
the
young
playoffs.
to experience, but I think that Nationals team is really good. I think they're a very, very good baseball team that is just getting slept on by the rest of the league.
Yeah, but I feel like Scherzer and Strasburg are like on their way out in terms of their potential.
I mean, I was thinking that too, but then I was looking at the stats yesterday, and Scherzer still put up a good enough season. Like, it's not like the Scherzer seasons of old, but
No, Scherzer is going to
he's
be a
still
very
an
good
incredible
pitcher.
season.
He's going to be good, but like he's not going to be.
Steven Strasburg's
Cy
still
Young
a
numbers.
beast. Strasburg still be a beast. Pat Corbin still.
No,
I
Pat
mean,
Corbin would be
good.
good. Yeah.
I'm terrified of Juan Soto. He lives in my nightmares rent free.
Still good. Hopefully he's a Met one day.
Seriously, dude, we need him on the team. Yeah, this division is very tricky because
It's the
Because,
best
like,
in the game.
theoretically the Phillies could get hot. You know what I mean? Because they have the names. It's just whether that they're gonna actually play to like their potential, which they never do, which I don't think they will. But you can't really fully count them out. The Braves are, I think, right now that you have to call them the best team in the division. Maybe not on paper. You might be able to say that the Mets are the best team on paper,
In
but
terms of past success, you have to say the Braves are the best. I mean, they were
yeah, you
What?
have to.
3 innings away from taking the champs down. One of the greatest teams probably ever assembled in the MLB.
Yeah,
Down, like best of 7. I mean, who would have thought? But
yeah.
Uh,
So
they're young and talented like us. It's gonna be like a dogfight, like the early 2000s.
yeah, no, I could easily see that. So I think all those win predictions are pretty reasonable. 91, 92, 90. I think like 95 is like their ceiling.
I
think
don't
that's,
see us. I don't see this being a 100-win team.
No.
I think 94 is like adequate. Like, we could still lose the division at 94. We could still just be a wild card team, but I think we're a
Right.
playoff team.
Oh no, I think we're making the playoffs this year. It just depends on whether we're going to win the division while making the playoffs. Like that's
This is the first time I'm saying that I think we're gonna make the playoffs like before a season since 2016. Like every other year, I just have never,
Mm.
I'm a mush. I don't like it. This year, I think this team's a playoff team. A fun
Right.
playoff
I'd
team.
be surprised if they didn't make it. It'd be a big letdown.
I mean, I
that's
expect a letdown.
that's where you have to kind of draw the line now. It's almost like playoffs or bust. So I feel like that's all fair. And now, I mean, the Cy Young of the team, DeGrom, unless he gets hurt, but he doesn't really get hurt. So I think that's like a slam dunk right there. Is DeGrom as a Cy Young. MVP of the team, I think, is where you get tricky. And like I really think that Pete is going to come back with vengeance. I don't think Lindor. I feel like Pete will be the face of the franchise forever, just because he's a homegrown guy. Lindor will always be the superstar that's loved by everyone that was brought in. No, Wendy's getting ready to tell me that Syndergaard is going to be the Cy Young and MVP, but
No, of course not.
I think I got Pete coming back as MVP, and have a big year.
Mikey.
That's where I was going.
Mikey.
I was going with Micah. I think he's gonna break out. I think he's gonna have a really good year. He's gonna show that last year wasn't fluky.
He's gone like his career is like just hit this like upward like trend, and he's just skyrocketed over the past like 3 years. And there's just no doubt in my mind that he has a monster year this year, and he can finally be considered a top 3 right fielder in baseball. Like people will finally give him some respect.
Yeah, no, I could see that. I think it's going to be between Conforto, Pete, and Lindor for like the best like position player in the team. You know who?
Dom.
Not saying So like what I was gonna say was like 2 guys that are, like they're not gonna win MVP, but like 2 guys are gonna be out to prove something are Dom and McCann too, because McCann wants to like, he was an all-star and then they signed Grandal, which was probably like a kick in the nuts for him. He played half the games last year, but he probably wants to prove that he could play in New York and perform. And Dom also wants to prove that last year wasn't a fluke.
Yeah,
Dom and McCann are my 2 breakout guys that I was going back and forth with.
I had McCann as my biggest sleeper, as in,
Wait, but
kind of going to be very important to this team, like a LaDuca type, 6. Like I think that's going to be McCann's role.
Wouldn't you already consider what Dom did last year as a breakout, or was it too small of a sample size?
Too small.
Yeah, I can understand.
Too small for me.
You got to do it over 162.
That's fair.
So who do we think is like our big breakout, most improved guy this year?
I mean, Malfoy, are you going with Smith?
I was going back before we did this. I was going back and forth between him and McCann. I think the safe bet is to go with Smith, but I do think McCann's going to have a big breakout year too, and show that he's better than people give him credit for.
Yeah.
In my eyes, I think the most improved guy, it's not going to – I think because what Dom does is he'll keep that up for a whole season. He'll keep those trends up. Same with McCann. But, like, I think the most improved could be breakout is the man we just signed, Taiwan Walker.
God damn it, Wendy, I was going to say that.
You look at his career stats, and he's just slowly creeping into, like, a better career numbers. And, he had, like, a 2.5 last year. I think if he makes enough starts, and I feel like he could definitely be a weapon in the bullpen. Who knows?
Right. Wait. Malfoy, you said McCann, right?
McCann, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Wendy, I agree. I think Walker is gonna like try and like unlock his potential that he's always had as like a top prospect. Like he's had good years, but I think coming to New York and being around guys like DeGrom and Stroman and all those guys, I think that's really gonna help him.
Yeah, I think so too. And I would love to see a former top Yankee prospect just thrive in Flushing.
Taiwan Walker was a Yankee prospect?
Yeah, he got traded to the Mariners in what deal?
Was it Ichiro? No, they didn't trade for him. Or was it Ichiro?
I don't know.
Actually, I don't think the Yankees would give up Walker for a washed up Ichiro. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, you can look that up. So we did Cy Young, we did MVP, we did breakout player. Rookie of the year now?
Do we even have anybody that's eligible for that?
Okay, I was thinking about this, and I have a couple ones that, down the stretch, I think we could consider our rookies of the year. So Thomas, what was that?
No, like, are we gonna? Is this year kind of considered as Peterson's rookie year, or is that last year?
That was last year.
In terms of the end, like it can't. They changed the rule last year, so it counted as his rookie year.
Right.
But in a normal year, it wouldn't have been.
Right. All right. So we'll just count last year as his rookie year. That's just so it's easy enough. So, Wendy, who are you saying? Thomas who?
Oh, Thomas. I can't even say his last name. The lefty, Skaputsky. He's been meant to come up to the majors forever. I can't say it now.
Who is this? No,
I will screen share it. No, please help me out. I can't.
I want to say it's Zapuki, but I could be wrong.
I mean, that's just as bad as pronunciation as I have.
All right.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
Whoever Scapuzzi is not going to win Rookie of the Year. I'm sorry.
Lefty, top. He's been one of our top 10 prospects for a while. Lefty pitcher. Definitely could see him coming in, if there's injuries or something like that, and just being a great guy. Maybe in the bullpen too, like in a Lugo role until Lugo comes back. I don't know. I think that kid could be good. My other Rookie of the Year, Mark Vanitos, if they pull him up this year, like say JD struggles, they don't want to pull the trigger on a trade just yet. Pull up Vanitos, maybe he breaks out like a Carter Keyboom, Austin Riley kind of way for like the Braves and the Nats respectively.
Okay. Who's your third guy?
That was it. Oh wait, no. Oh no, and I also did just complete shot in the dark, similar to the Vanitos situation. What if we just get crazy and just bring up Brooke Beatty this year?
No,
I thought about that.
Because everything that says he's supposed to be up here in 2023. That would be early. I mean, I would love to see it.
I saw 2022.
I could be wrong.
I was completely wrong on the whole Taiwan Walker thing. I could have sworn he was a Yankee. It was a different Mariner prospect.
Yeah, no, I had a feeling he was always with the Mariners. But wait, so what's your choice? You listed 3 guys, but who's your choice?
I mean, I don't know if any of them will ever see the field in the majors this year. So, like, let's just say one of them probably is going to be our rookie of the year.
All right, well, I'm going to go with Khalil Lee, the guy who we just signed. Because he's still on prospect list, so I guess that he would be considered a rookie almost. So, and I mean, it also helps that he hit a fucking tank off of Trevor Bauer in live ABs. So I think I'm going with Khalil Lee, the guy who we just got.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick at all. I think that kid's going to be very, very good. I'm excited to see him play. Speaking of which, could we become an anti-Trevor Bauer podcast?
Well, you see, Wendy, I've already outlined that I need to maintain relationships with certain people that we cannot slander them to the extent that we may want to slander them.
Can I be the I hate Trevor Bauer guy on the podcast?
Yes. You can say whatever you like. Yes.
He sucks.
I got the pronunciation. It's Zapuki.
Zapuki.
All right. So you were smarter than I was. Damn it. That's
Zapuki. Yeah, but you didn't say Zapuki the first time, did you?
He was close.
You said like close.
I think I said like Zapuki or something like that.
Fuck this guy. This guy should be. They should have traded this guy with Steven.
Yeah, I'm done.
This is why we're the worst spellers in the league.
Yeah,
exactly. We're the worst spellers.
Yeah,
it's brutal.
Wait, Malf, who's your rookie of the year? Who do you think?
I was thinking about this before. Like, I didn't even know if we were gonna have anybody eligible for it, but I mean, It seems like Zapuki is gonna be the one that's like probably the sure thing that's gonna be on the roster.
Zapuki.
Didn't he come up late last year?
All right, I don't even remember. I'm giving you guys both Zapuki, whatever the fuck his name is.
The man, the myth, the legend, Tom Zapuski. I hope this guy becomes like a superstar. Just so Nico's pissed.
I hope he's good. It's just like I just don't. Oh my god, we're spending too much time on Zapuki. His name is.
I don't think we've spent enough time on Zapuki yet.
Honestly, I hope he's a stud, so we can turn to a pro Zapuki podcast, and then
pro Zapuki, and Ryan is anti Trevor Bauer.
Yeah, anti Trevor Bauer. I don't even know if that guy would have lasted with the media here. I mean, I think I mentioned it before, but like I'm just because he doesn't seem like he's soft skinned in his videos and the way he portrays himself, but over social media, I think he takes too much of it like seriously almost. He takes it too seriously.
He does. He takes himself way too seriously. And I saw this. I saw a funny thing. It was like 2013. 2013, the year Harvey is Harvey.
Yeah.
And it was like the New York media making fun of Harvey for going out on a date like with like a supermodel. So like The Dark Knight like does not rise or something like that. Like a hilarious headline.
Right.
And I'm like, there's absolutely no way Trevor Bauer sees this and just like is like, I want to get traded. I'm opting out. Like I hate it here.
Right. I mean, I obviously don't know the guy. You know, I just know him through the way most people know him, through his content and his social pages. I guess it's a chance. I don't know. That's funny. I don't remember that about Harvey.
Oh my God.
But Harvey,
the New York media used to rip him apart.
He doesn't give a fuck though, but he doesn't care about anything though, Harvey.
I miss him so much. Damn, that was my guy. He was my guy before Noah.
Yeah, he was the man.
He's gonna have a 30 for 30 one day.
I hope he does.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He just fell off.
I will watch that 30 for 30 in a heartbeat.
That's a good point, Mouth. They could easily do that in him. Some guy who just.
Sorry, keep going, Nico. Just my brain is just moving at a fast pace. When you
I was like, he was on pace to like get a huge contract, one of the best pitchers in the game. He just fucked it all up for himself.
When When is the 30 for 30 about the 86 bets supposed to come out? Because I'm very excited for that.
I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
just
sure.
I just thought about that.
I forgot about that, but I know that is a thing. Keith is definitely in that, which is he's a.
Oh,
so
it is
funny.
going to be the craziest 30 for 30 of all time. Like the Last Dance, like times 10. I'm so hyped.
Whoa, that's
No, that's what I've
That's
heard. Like
nice.
they've already done it. They've already done a lot of it. They're like the film we have, like from the Mets one,
It's
is
insane.
so crazy. Like
Right.
it makes the Bulls look like a PG movie.
I didn't watch Last Dance. I can't get in there.
All right, LeBron.
Oh my God, you and LeBron. No, well, I
It's
am
a
on
Jordan
the.
propaganda film. I didn't watch it.
I am on the LeBron train. Oh my God, the LeBron James is the GOAT side. But look, all right, we're not getting into this because Wendy and
This is
Malfoy
a
are
Mets
gonna.
podcast. This is a Mets podcast, and I do not want to just yell at Malfa for the rest of this time.
I'm just shocked that you didn't even watch it, Malfoy. That's
No,
shocking.
I didn't watch it.
Hey,
I have
but
no
you better
problem- I
watch
have
the
no
86
problem,
one.
But I will watch that.
The 86 one, allegedly, there's
Oh,
like videos of like Keith, Doc, and Dara like in a crack house.
No way.
Like stuff like that. Like they have footage of that stuff.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up right now when it's coming out.
Can't wait.
I gotta make sure I watch that.
Was there anything else that we were gonna go over? Well, we got breakout player. Wendy, you said you wrote down 5 things.
Oh, comeback player of the year. I think it's gonna be Peter. It's gonna be Peter Alonso.
Not.
I was actually gonna go.
Whoa.
Syndergaard. I thought you were
Hold
gonna say Syndergaard.
This is groundbreaking right now. Hold
Listen,
on. This is earth shattering that you did not just pick Noah Syndergaard.
Okay,
Are
here's
you
my
kidding
thinking,
me?
though. Here's my thinking. Innings limit. They're gonna put him on innings limit when he comes back in June. He's not gonna make all the starts, and then when it comes playoff time, then they're gonna unleash the hammer, and he's gonna come out firing. So I can't say comeback player of the year is Noah because I don't know what his regular season is gonna look like, but I know come playoff time, no one is going to be better than him except for G.
Wendy, you're a fake Noah fan. It's official now. It's
I mean,
official.
comeback player of the year.
How do you not pick him? You praise this man every single time we do. We can not even be talking about Syndergaard, and somehow he comes up. And you're telling me right now that you're picking Syndergaard as the.
You're
not picking him.
I'm not Noah centered. I'm a Met fan. I focus on all of my guys. I just love one of them a little bit more than the rest. That's Noah.
I could see Stroman getting there.
He was another. He was also my number 2. I know at number 3 on my comeback by the year list.
Wait, so you're going Alonso, Malfoy, you're going
I think
Syndergaard?
Alonso's back.
Yeah, I go Syndergaard.
I mean, I want to say Syndergaard, but now I kind of want to get creative.
I mean, if
Stroman, I feel like Stroman's going to be the
this is
same.
what I'll
also.
say. If Syndergaard comes back mid-June, it'll be Syndergaard. If he comes back after that, it'll be Stroman.
I'm with that at Malfa, but I'm going Pete until I know exactly when he's coming back.
That is a good point. I think it does depend when he comes back and how the rest of his recovery goes. But I'm still going Syndergaard. I think he's bound to. I think he'll be better than Stroman this year. I don't trust Stroman. I don't like. I like him as a pitcher. I just don't fully trust him.
You know what? I was thinking about this earlier because I was just thinking in my head for full MLB stuff, and I was thinking about my NL Cy Young contenders. And every year, I always have put Marcus Stroman in the talk in the AL as a Cy Young contender. Because there's always like, here comes Stroman's year. Like, this is the year Stroman's going to do it.
Yeah.
Who's to say Stroman doesn't make a push this year, make a case? I think he could. He's got all the talent to.
Of course he could. He has the talent for it. It's just that
Jacob deGrom exists, so he won't win. But
yeah,
I think he'll be better than Trevor Bauer.
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Evan?
I mean,
God, I cannot wait until August 13th when Trevor Bauer has to come to New York. I'm more excited for that. I'm at that game. I'm going to be at the game already. I purchased my tickets.
The stadium. Did you really buy tickets that day?
Yes, I bought tickets already.
Oh, that's smart. Wait, like, are they definitely having people in the stands this year at Citi Field?
Yep.
Yes. I don't know how many, but they're having fans, and I already bought my tickets.
Whatever the population, whatever like the limit is, like I don't know what the capacity is at City, but it's 10% of that.
Hey, maybe by August it'll be like 50, 60.
Could be more.
Yeah, it might be. I'm feeling it'll be more by then, just more than 10%.
Because it's Irish Heritage Night as well.
Wendy, I might buy tickets for that game too. That's gonna be. Well, we have to hope that he's pitching. You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't care if he's pitching. Like the pregame, he will get destroyed.
Oh yeah, they're
His
gonna be
life will
saying
be over. Like it is going to be
"Fuck you,
Utley-esque.
Trevor." Like it's gonna be bad.
It is going to be Chase Utley-esque.
Yeah, it's gonna be something like that. I was thinking about that. August 14th, you said? I gotta do my
August
research on
13th.
that.
I'm
13th.
so pumped.
Oh my god. Imagine it's Syndergaard versus Bauer.
I might buy a Trevor Bauer jersey from like one of his.
It's
old
Wendy's
teams,
wet
just write some
dream.
stuff on.
Wendy's
I would actually
dream.
be. I would lose it if it was Trev versus Noah.
Noah.
That'd get me so pumped.
Yeah. So let's hope that Bauer's pitching that day. But
And
I mean
Noah.
that's really and Noah. But that's really I can't believe you guys are going for Zapuki if you're a rookie of the year or whatever. But
Man, the myth,
what?
the legend.
Yeah.
Man, the myth, the legend. I want him on the pod now. I'm gonna DM him.
You know, Wendy, if you can get him on, that would be fucking phenomenal. And you're pretty good with this, so I trust that if you reach out and you're persistent, you can get him.
I just have to remember how to spell Sapuki.
I feel like every other pick besides your both your Zapuki picks are pretty solid. I think the wins, the offseason grades are pretty fair. I guess before we kind of close this out, we got 2 pretty big guests coming up very soon. We're gonna have 3 episodes in the matter of a few days going on here, which is pretty exciting.
Oh,
Indeed.
I'm pumped.
Wait,
I am
Yeah.
absolutely pumped for the tank.
Yeah, Monday is Frank the Tank. And then Wednesday, the 24th, we have Matt Cerrone, who's the founder of Mets Blog. Kind of just like one of the just ultimate Mets fans. He really is like a legendary Mets fan. So is Frank the Tank. So I think our first 3 guests, I mean, it's not complete yet, but our first 3 guests are pretty freaking good, dude. We have
We've had some
Clem,
good guests
then
so far.
Tank, and Cerrone. I am very, very excited. So
This is gonna be fun.
yeah, some quick
wait.
pods are gonna be coming out, but that's it. We're gonna revisit these picks in the future, and I'll rub it in all your faces when
gotta
they
do
have
some
exactly
playoff
90
picks.
days.
Zapuki for
We
rookie
didn't
of
do
the
playoff
year.
picks. How far are we thinking in the playoffs?
Oh, I guess that's fair. Yeah. So okay.
We lose to the San Diego Padres in the NLCS in a 7-game series and a heartbreaker. Then we come back and win in 2021 in 2022. That is my guess.
Okay, I have them losing whenever they play the Dodgers, whether it's a divisional or the championship series.
Yeah, I'm saying
I refuse to ever say we lose to the Dodgers. I will never say we're losing to the Dodgers.
I'm saying that they're gonna be a wild card team and then win the game and then lose in 5 games in the NLDS to whoever it is. I just don't like. I've said this for a while. I don't know if I've said this on here yet, but I've said that 2022 that they will at least be in a World Series. It would not surprise me if they won it. I just think that the team needs a year to kind of conform. I think that they need to lock up certain pieces, and then they're going to make a serious run of things. And I feel like
Hear me out.
yeah, go.
Us versus the Cardinals in the NLDS on one side, Dodgers, Padres on the other side. Padres beat the Dodgers, which would be awesome because I do not want to see Trevor Bauer's stupid face come anywhere in New York ever again after August. Then we face the Cardinals. Great series. I feel like it'd be very 2006-esque.
Yeah.
And, we make a little push, get the fans going, get the blood pumping.
No, I like that.
There you go.
Yeah, and I forgot the Cardinals got Arenado. They're going to be the real deal this year. I mean, the Cardinals are always solid. That's a world-class organization. They're always going to be solid. But yeah, so I guess that's fair. Those playoff predictions are fair. I think we're all pretty hyped for 2022. I think that's when they're really going to make their big, deep playoff run, World Series run. But I would say until then, but we're coming back tomorrow night for the tank. So super hyped for that.
Tank. Got to
And,
DM him again, actually. Just remember that.
Yeah, make sure he's just good to go. Just confirm it with him. But I'll see you boys tomorrow.
Sounds
See
good.
you tomorrow.